So next we have is a nested if statement, the target of another if-else statement. So basically, it's an if statement inside another if statement. So as you can see here, meron tayong if statement, condition number 1, tapos kapag true yung lumabas, pwede tayong maglagay pa ng isang condition na if, tapos magiging true din yung labas. Tapos kapag nag-false na siya, tsaka lang doon mapupunta sa else na body. As you can see here sa ating flowchart. Ayan. If the condition is met true, then proceed siya doon, proceed siya sa output. Then if it's false, tatry niya ulit if mamimit niya yung second if sa statement natin, tapos kapag pumasok na doon sa condition, tsaka lang siya magra-run. If it still does not proceed to the condition that we want, it will proceed to the nested else body. Tapos mag-show na siya ng result. So let me show you the example of nested in the coding. It's over here. Yan. As you can see, if yung if na statement natin, yung grade niya is greater than or equal sa 75, ibig sabihin, pumasa ka. Then, if yung grades mo naman is greater than or equal sa 90, it means pumasa ka with high honors. Pero, if it's not, then, di pumasok sa 90 yung grade mo, good job, keep on improving. Tapos, di na napapasok yung else statement natin na if you get somewhat lower than these two, then it says here in the program that you failed. Let's try to run the program. For example, you got, let's say, 98. Let's see what condition. Say it says that you passed condition. Congratulations, with honors ka. Kasi na proof niya na tama yung statement natin over here, that your grade is greater than or equal to 90. Then, what if naglagay tayo ng statement na, let's say, your grade is 70. Sorry, you failed. Please try harder next time. So, basically, it does not met the first two conditions that we want. Then, nag-fall na siya dito sa else statement natin. So, next, we have is the if-else, else-if statement. So basically, it lets you check many different condition in order. Parang, ano siya, cascading structure siya that allows us to make more complex selection. So, this one is the example syntax. If, tapos yung expression, boolean expression number 1 natin, the statement else if, the boolean expression number 2, yung statement non, else, statement 3, so on and so forth. So, let me show you the example of if, else, if na coding dito. Yan. As you can see here, it's all about grades again. Kapag na-meet yung first na if natin, kapag na-meet mo yung condition na your grade is greater than or equal to 90, ibig sabihin, naka-A ka. Tapos, if your grade naman is greater than or equal to 80, meron kang B, 70 you got C, 60 you got D, and if that if your grade does not qualify or the value of yung value ng nilagay mo na dito na number sa coding natin does not meet the first 4 value that we put, it means you got a grade than F. So, basically, if hindi niya na-meet yung standards ng 4 other natin, magkakaroon siya ng F if your score is lower. For example, let's say you got a 98. Yung grade mo is A. Tapos, if yung grade mo naman is, let's say, naging 58 lang, you grade an F. So, basically, if, else, if statements let us pick many different condition in order siya. Para mas malinis, mas maganda tignan, mas naiintindihan natin yung content ng ating coding. So, lastly, we're gonna move to the switch statement. So basically, switch statement is good for checking one variable against many possible values. So it is more cleaner, of course, than using a long if-else statement. Kasi basically, switch statement uses code block or bricks para mas maging malinis tignan yung coding natin. Kasi if we're gonna use long if-else, magiging mas magulo siya, guys. Hindi siya magiging readable, parang hindi siya pleasing to the eyes. Mahirap intindihin yung coding natin if we're gonna use a long if-else. So, rather than using long if-else, we can use the switch statement, pero again, it's your call kung ano yung gagamitin mo, kung saan ka mas komportable. Kasi always remember that in coding, mas maganda na naiintindihan mo kaysa gusto mong gumaya sa iba. Na, for example, you want to have a clean code pero hindi mo naman naiintindihan yung context ng coding mo, parang wala din yung ginawa mo, diba? So, using switch statement is your call, your judgment call, whatever you like. Pero it is recommended kasi mas readable talaga siya and mas madali siyang intindihan if we're rather than using long if-else statement. So, this is the example of switch case. Iyan. As you can see, diba, mas malinis siya, mas pleasing siya to the eyes kasi it uses break, tapos case, different types of cases kasi it's multiple decision on one. So, basically, switch choice, we have the food menu over here. If you chose the case number 1, you're gonna have a burger. Then, if case number 2, get a fries, so on and so forth. So, different cases gives different outputs and different meanings. So, when we input number 4, it lets you order a soft drinks with its price. Grabe, ang mahal ng soft drinks, guys, 25 pesos. So, we should always make tipid. Should always drink water. But anyway, if we want to choose number 1, you're gonna have a burger, 50 pesos na, guys. Then, if you want to exit na, let's say you're full, you already meet your expectation, you don't want to eat anymore, just press number 5 to let you exit. It also give a nice message, visit again. So, yun. As you can see, mas malinis talaga tignan yung switch keys niya. It's more clean, more pleasing to the eyes. So, in our discussion, we discussed if else, if ladder, tapos yung switch statement. Take note that if statement is nagra-run lang siya kapag true, and if else naman, nag-choose ka between two path, the true and the false. Tapos, when we say if else, if ladder, or yung nested naman, is nag-choose ka within many conditions. Tapos, lastly, we have the switch statement. Again, it's more clean to handle kasi we handles many exact value. So, always remember, guys, that you can code on something that you are comfortable to. Para mas maganda na nga, again, mas maganda nga na naiintindihan mo kaysa naiintindihan ng iba kasi sarili mong coding yon. And you can learn from a lot of videos, guys, like videos like this that can taught you how to make proper coding or how to enhance your coding skills if you don't have many of you're still starting on your coding journey. So if you like this video, you can leave us a like and subscribe under the channel para makatulong pa tayo sa ibang estudyante that wishes to polish their coding lifestyle. So, see you again on the next vlog on another video, guys. Stay safe and hope you learn well.